Right, we'll deal with this CT1 science test and multiple choice corrections. Let's take a look over here. Right, classification. Okay, this is like this shapes. This one bend out this way. This is roundish, more roundish with some sort of height. Roundish with the height. This triangular, right? It's definitely not texture. Okay, definitely not texture. Something to do with shades. Okay. So the answer is 4 shapes. All right, shapes over here. This one. All right, clear. Let us carry on. Right, look at this, the diagram below. Things P and Q, one group, another group. Mold, okay, dog, cabbage, living things. Pencil, air, water, non-living things. All right, over here it says, if it says animals, not right, because mold, they are not animals. Cabbage is plant, so it's not this. Okay, if you say plants, then mold is not plant, it's their fungi, and it's not this. Obviously this group, they're not microorganism, because you can see that big dot over there. So the answer is 3. In winter, when the weather is very cold, the leaves of many trees fall off to reduce water loss to the surrounding. What is the characteristic shown by the trees? Now, probably some knowledge you need to have. The leaves, they do give out water, okay, right? So that as they give out water, the roots are able to absorb water. It just goes up, right? From bottom goes all the way up. Water goes from wet area, or what you call high concentration to low concentration. It means wet area to dry area. So the leaves must so-called let go water and enable the plant to absorb more water. Okay, so if the leaf is losing water for the plant, then during winter, okay, where it's difficult, okay, for the water to be lost, because most of the thing probably they may turn to ice. There will not be any flow of water. Okay, so the plant responded, right? The plant responded by shedding or dropping all the leaves. Okay, the leaves are gone. Okay, so that less water will be lost through the leaves. Okay, now this is got something to do with responding, nothing to do with growth, reproduce, okay, or this does not show anything about air, food and water to survive. Okay, answer is 3, right? It is a sort of response. Okay, I shed my leaves so that there will not be water loss from me, right? That's what the plant says. All right, number 4. 2 pictures over here. Okay, look at the objects below. Plant, living thing, non-living thing. This, remember, it can move it can't move by itself, but it can move from place to place. This one you can't move from place to place. Now what we are looking for is an incorrect statement, right? Incorrect statement, or an untruth, something which is not true. Okay, let's take a look. B cannot grow, okay, which is correct. B cannot grow here, but A can. Now, if this is correct, okay, then it is not the choice, okay? So this is not the choice, because this is correct. This statement is correct. We are looking for an incorrect statement. Next, A cannot move, which is incorrect, okay, which is incorrect. I put yes, I'm looking for incorrect by itself, but B can move by itself. Okay, very likely this is your answer, because it is an incorrect statement. But however, please go through this. A can reproduce, this is correct. B cannot, incorrect. Okay, so this is not the answer, not the choice. B cannot respond. This is B cannot respond. This is incorrect. A can also incorrect. Okay, so let me see, I'm stuck with this, right? Which is incorrect and incorrect. Let me read one more time. Now you see very carefully, I was being tricked, just probably as some of you might have been. Okay, what they do is they did this, B over here, A over here, next line A, then B, A, B, then now change back to B and A. So whenever I read, I thought that this was A. Okay, so B cannot respond over here. It is true, right, that B cannot respond to changes, but A can. Okay, so this is true. Okay, so we've been left with this is an incorrect statement, which is the choice. Okay, number 2, incorrect statement, which is the choice. Okay, what we are looking for. Next, a young plant has no what? Stem, leaf, fruit, roots. Okay, now that's what you need to be able to understand and have this knowledge, that the difference between a young plant and an adult plant is that the young plant cannot reproduce. So when it can't reproduce, it is not ready to bear. Yes, it is not ready to bear fruit. So it has no fruit, but the rest a young plant would have. Next. Look at the plant below and answer question 6 and 7. Okay, when you have parts like this, be very clear what you are looking for. Looking at, this is A is leaves, C is flower, this is stem, and these are the roots. Which part helps the plant to make food? Which part? Yes. Okay, part A, right? The leaves, right? The leaves help to make food. Now this is something you must always know and remember. The answers is always the same. Leaves make food. Okay, question 7. Which of the following is not the function of D in the plant above? Okay, D, straight off in my mind without looking here, I know that D absorbs water for the plant and nutrients, and D also makes the plant stay onto the ground. Okay, stay firmly or stay rooted onto the ground. Right, so let us read. Which of the following is not a function? To store food for the plant. Now over here is a bit tricky. We must know that some of the roots for plants, they do have the capacity, right, to store food. Okay, swell up to store food for the plant. For example, the carrot. Okay, these are all storage of food. Okay, after they have manufactured the food, is stored inside there for the plant survival. All right, now this it is a function. It can be a function. All right, now to absorb water for the plant, it is a function. To absorb mineral of the plant, is it a function? To anchor plant firmly onto the ground, it is a function. Okay, so we have been left with the obvious one out is number 1. Okay, although some plants, they do store food, but it is not the main function of roots. These, remember, these 3 are the main functions, okay, of roots. Okay, absorb water, mineral, and anchor it firmly onto the ground. Okay, so this is the what do you call that, the best choice to state that it is not the function of the root. Let's carry on. Which of the following is true about fungi? Fungi can make their own food. Wrong. Alright, only plants can make their own food, so I eliminate this. Fungi are microorganisms. You just cannot have this statement. Not all fungi, so this is Not true. Most fungi reproduce from spore. That would likely be. Some fungi have roots and leaves. That is totally wrong. So this is the best choice. Okay, most fungi reproduce from spores. Let us continue. Okay, for this I would like to reduce the size so we can see the whole question. Just hang on. Okay, I've adjusted this. Right, Dolly dug an earthworm out from a moist soil. It means a wet soil. Alright, now, and put it in a tray shown in the diagram. Of course, this is no longer wet and it's dry and it's exposed to light. After a while, the worm moved under the cardboard. This is the cardboard. Under, it means obviously it's been in a dark place for a long time. It does not like the light, so it somehow moved towards the shade, right, away from light. What can Dolly conclude about the earthworm? It is true, the earthworm can move on its own. That is true. Okay, now if A is true, your answer, okay, your choice can either be 2 or 4, and I can confirm that A is true because nobody moved the earthworm from here into the shade. Okay, so the answer can be 2 or 4, not 1, not 3, because I'm very sure that A is correct. Let us take a look at B. The earthworm was going on to the next stage of its life cycle. No, totally nothing to do with life cycle, right? It does not move over there to become something else or to become an adult or to lay egg. We are not sure. Okay, so that's irrelevant, totally out. So if B is totally out, we must know, okay, that any answers with B could be wrong, and it's very wrong. Okay, so this is not the answer. This is not the answer. I can cross this safely. This is not the answer. This is not the answer, and the last one is not the answer. Can you see? It left me out with A and C. Why? Because I'm very, very sure that B is not the answer. Okay, C is obviously true. The earthworm can respond to changes, right? So it is A and C. The answer is 2. Now this is how you handle multiple choice question this way. Next, right, let's take a look. This test, right? Harry wants to conduct experiment to show that plant takes in water. Right? He prepared 4 setup. Okay. The question is, use which 2 setup to show that the plant can take in water. Okay. Now be very careful because this got nothing to do with. Okay, it's a very straightforward experiment, but to show that the water does not go down by itself, okay, there is a need to prevent the water, okay, from being lost, okay, or disappear into the air. As you know, you put a layer of water on the floor, after a while it evaporates. Okay, so the experiment must have something to do with putting a layer of oil to prevent water from evaporating. So you take a look at this. This has no oil. This has no oil on top. Okay, so very obviously, to show that a plant absorbs water, we will have set up A and set up D. Okay, to compare one without the plant, but the oil level and the amount of oil, of course, the amount of water in container must be same, right, as this over here. Okay, without the plant, with the plant. Okay, now So after a while, the plant will absorb water. Okay, the water level here will fall, and this one will not move at all. Okay, it shows that there's no plant, right? It doesn't go down at all, right? With a plant, it will go down. So setup A and D is correct. What happens if you put this? You compare this and this over here. Okay, so without the plant, okay, the water will not go down. With the plant, the water will go down. Okay, this experiment is very unstable because although plant will absorb water and the water level will go down, okay, but at the same time the water will also disappear or evaporate to the air. Same here, it will go down. Then you just cannot tell anybody that plant needs water, plant absorb water, because over here the water disappears itself. So the conclusion could be, why? The water evaporated, right? Not absorbed by the plant. So it is very confusing with this. All you have to do is to make sure that no water disappear by putting a layer of oil on top, okay? And the only way the water disappear or water level goes down is through the plant. The plant absorbs, okay, through the plant. Okay, the answer is A and D. This is the best, okay, to test for whether plant absorb water. Next, 11. Which of the following is correct reason why living things reproduce and have young? They want to make more food. Totally not much a link. They want their young to look like them. No. They want to ensure that there is enough supply of food for all organisms. It means probably they want themselves to be eaten up. No. They want to ensure that their own kind continue to be found on this earth. Okay, this is obviously the choice, and this is the very classic answer, right? Why we reproduce, why living things reproduce, is just to ensure our survivability, our own kind can be continued to be found on earth. Right? A sort of competition. I want to be on earth, right? That's why we reproduce. That's what the animals and the plants, they're thinking. Okay, next, look at the diagram below. Okay, there is a life cycle of a chicken. Yeah, this way, it goes this way. From the egg, the young, and the adult lay egg again. Now, this is called a what of a chicken? Life cycle. Very simple. Very simple, life cycle, okay? Nothing else. Let's carry on. Which of the following have seed as part of their life cycle? Fungi, no, by spores, insect by egg, fern by spore, and a flowering plant by seed. All right, the choice is 4, number 4. Next. Okay, here shows the life cycle of a mosquito and life cycle of a beetle. Right, both of them got a 4 cycle. And yeah, they have the pupa and they have the larva. Okay, of course both start from an egg. Now, which of the following statements are true about the life cycle shown below? Both adults can fly. True. Okay, let us scroll this thing up. Both adults can fly. Agree? Okay, if agree, this is very, very true. And if your answer has A, okay, the answers here with A, it means that is a choice. This is true, this is true, this is true. So your answer can be 1, 3, and 4, and I'm very sure that 2 is not there because it hasn't got A. Both lay their egg in water. False. Okay, so any of your choices here with B is false. So B is over here. My choice is not 1 anymore. The B over here is not, and the B over here is not 4. This leaves me out with 3, A and C only. Okay, very fast I can find the answer. However, I need to double check both have larva in the life cycle, correct. C is correct. A is correct, C is correct. Good. Let's take a look at D. Both have the young that look like they're adult. No, young don't look like adult, so confirm, very sure it is 3. Okay, I hope you learn how to do the way I've done just now. If you don't understand, repeat this video, this section only, until you understand what I mean. Okay, this is what you do to eliminate, right, the wrong choice, and somehow it will lead you to the correct choice. Next. Okay, this is interesting. All right, of course below it says, which of the following can a cockroach be placed at? RSTU. Now when you look at this, probably some knowledge you need to have is cockroach, the young resemble the adult. Cockroach young resemble the adult. Okay, so cockroach young resemble adult can be this, young resemble adult, or this. It's not S, it is not U. Okay, right, left with 2, quite simple, right? Now and the nymph, they do molt. Okay, so this is the one, and when it says do not molt, this is not the one, right? So it leads you to, okay, if this is not the one, then T is never the one. Okay, it leads you to R. The answer is R. Repeat this part and try to understand what I have just mentioned. Okay, you will know, if once you have some knowledge, you can start eliminating, and of course your knowledge must be correct, and forever you must know them and be very confident of your basic knowledge of some and animals on insect. Next. Okay, now somebody, Diego, found the organism R and recorded his observation in the paper below. Right, 6 legs, obviously an insect. 6 legs. Okay, let's take a look. Which is an insect? Butterfly, mosquito. These 2, and 1 and 2 is not the answer. Can you see? I've eliminated that, and the possible answers are 3 and 4. Next, 4 stage. Okay, 4 stage life cycle, correct. 4 stage and 4 stage. Now, how do you know? You can actually see, right? Some of the stages in the examination paper. Egg in the water, you only know it's mosquito. Okay, so this is wrong. 3 is not right. 3 is not right. Okay, the answer is 4. Right, that is all. Then let's continue. A graph, right, below number of days in each state of the life cycle of an insect. Okay, being an egg, okay, it stays for 4 days. Being a nymph, okay, now it stays for 12 days. Now there's nothing to do with comparison, 8 days more, 8 days less, whatever. Okay, but it's something to do with fully as an egg 4 days, fully as a nymph 12 days, and as an adult 3 days. No, sorry, 8 days. Okay, now based on the above graph, the insects stay alive for how many days after they are hatched? How many days after they are hatched? Right, do not include the egg. After how many days they are hatched, they stay alive. Okay, alive as a nymph 12 days, 12 plus this 8 days. Okay, we are not saying that the adults lives shorter than the nymph. We are not sure. Okay, this adult could have been just crushed by somebody, okay, or killed by another animal. Okay, but this is when it is alive. It's only alive for 8 days. All right, after being hatched, 12 days, 8 days, 20 days. Okay, the answer is 20 days here. Right? Next. The diagram below shows the stages in life cycle of 2 organisms. Each box represents a stage in the life cycle. This is quite easy without saying below. what I can do is, this is a grasshopper. Grasshopper, look at this arrow. Okay, it lays an egg. It lays an egg. Okay, so for this is egg. Okay, stage X should be a nymph for grasshopper. Okay, so X here should be a nymph. This or this. Cannot be larva, cannot be pupa. Can you see straight away I eliminated 1 and 3, left with 2 and 4. So stage Y, look at the arrow carefully. Right, something become big, so this is a pupa. Alright, pupa, 4-stage life cycle. Now it will be this, and there's no other answer. So these two straight ahead, okay, across, they are correct. Answer is 2. Right, this is how you tackle the questions. Interesting? Let's carry on. Wow, it's interesting. Start, does it lay egg? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be a bit hardworking. Does it lay egg? So cat, obviously, okay, no egg, no egg. Remember, cat has no egg, but the rest, they have egg, okay? So this one has egg, they lay egg, okay? This one lay egg, I'll put an E there just to understand better. So when I choose, I will know straight away. Now, what is the statement over here? It says, okay, this one, yes, this animal here, they lay egg, lay egg, lay egg. But what does it say? That it has to say no and yes. Okay. So does this have wing at the bottom? No. Yes. Okay. And this particular species of ant, they have no wings. And this one, beetle, they have wings. Now, which of following would this most suitable for statement A? It means what will this say? Right, let's take a look. Does it live in water? So if it says it does live in water, beetle must live in water. But in this case, we know that beetle, they don't live in water. Okay, this is not the question. Okay, does its young look like the adult? Over here it says downward, the beetle will look like its adult. Yes. Okay, but the beetle does not, young of beetle does not look like its adult. Okay, so number 2 is wrong. No, not the choice. Does it have 3-stage life cycle? Yes. A beetle has 3-stage life cycle? No. So number 3 is not right too. Okay, very likely, and left with no other choice but this choice, number 4. 4 is the answer. Alright, repeat this video, this section, if you don't understand, but just keep on listening. Right, sorry, I have to really go on a faster pace, okay, because the video is quite long. Let us continue. 20. 4 mealworms A, B, C, D, here, A, B, C, D, okay, taken various stages of their life cycle were placed in similar container. Okay, 12 grams of food was placed, okay, it means standard, there are 12 grams in each state placed in a container. Fair test, you're given all equal amount of food. Now the amount of food left in the container was recorded, okay. Now, how do you read this? How do you understand this? After 4 days, 12 grams left. It means the food has not been touched. Most probably, this mealworm, this stage here, okay, where there's no eating, most probably this is the pupa. Alright? This one, something is eaten. Okay, this one eaten the most, more than this, and of course D, no more left. It means it has eaten quite a lot. The stage is eaten quite a lot. Or, alright, that's why there's nothing left. Okay, most likely the pupa stage is this. When nothing is touched, 12 grams is left. Right, so the answer is A. Okay, this is the pupa. No eating activity, no other unnecessary movement. Okay, only is the development of the insect into the mealworm. Hope you understand that. Alright, This one is a bit tricky. Some pupils answer this because they thought that no food is taken in by D. Therefore, this must be pupil because this is 0 here. Alright, take a look. The trick here is the amount of food left. Okay, if the amount of food is the same, it means nobody touches it. Alright, the pupil can't touch the food. Hope you understand. Next, the diagram shows below the life cycle of grasshopper, egg, nymph, and adult. Which of the following statements are true? Is young look like an adult? And this is something you must know. Okay, now this is right. This is true. It means my answer can be 1, can be 3, and can be 4. Okay, my answer would never be 2. Why? Because A is not there, and I'm very sure that A will be there. A is correct, and this choice leaves me with no A. I have to strike it off. Next, it can fly at both nymph and adult stage. Now this is completely wrong. B is completely wrong. It means any of the choices here with B, you should strike off. This is wrong, so strike 1 off. Okay, strike this off and strike this off. You can see, very easy. You're left with 3. Okay, you're left with 3 as the answer, but however, as an habit, please read through the last one to confirm. It does not live in water in all stages. Okay, this is correct. So A and C is correct. Answer is 3. Well, hope you learn this method skillfully, and it can help you to speed up answering the questions. Alright, all you need to do is to be very sure of some of the facts, okay, of the animals and so on. Let's carry on. 22. Which of the following statement about life cycle of a plant of plants is or are true? Now this is interesting. All plants grow from seed. This is no. Some are from spores. Alright? So once you have A is wrong. Wow. Obviously this is wrong. So cannot be this. Okay, cannot be this. Can I double check if it is C? Now let's check B. All adult plants bear flowers, fruit. Wrong. Anyone with B is wrong. Wrong. Okay, of course C is definitely correct. Most plants go through 3 stages of life cycle. Alright, even though you have C here, but you have 2 wrong, is all not right. So only 1 is the answer. Interesting. Next. Which of the following best shows the sequence of growth of a plant young stage before the plant is able to reproduce? Wow. Roots comes out first, then it goes to shoot. Shoot to roots, not right, huh? Should be roots come out first. So this particular process, the stage is not right. Root, shoot, leaves, okay. Root, shoot, leaves, flower, fruits. Okay. With leaves, you can make food, but it says to reproduce. Okay. So this one is incomplete. Alright. Because you just cannot say with leaves I can reproduce. It must be this. Okay. All the way. Flower, fruits, then they will reproduce. Okay, of course the next one is, this is the best statement. Once you have fruits, you have a seed, and it will start to continue, okay, to reproduce. Next, this is the 2 seeds pinned here. The seed coat is the one outside. Right inside is a seed leaf. The roots, okay, growing out downward this way. Now, which of the following explain the increase in the mass of the seed from stage A to stage B? Increase in the mass. It means from here to here there is an increase in weight. Interesting, right? Increase in weight. Okay, let's think of it. what has gone, okay, what has gone into the seed to make it heavier, or to make it the body being more, right? Now, the germinating of the seed absorb water, very likely because of water that has increased the mass of this seedling over here, okay? The root has more mass than the seed leaf. Not true, okay, because whatever comes from the root, okay, goes to the root, comes from the seed leaves, right? The seed coat drops off during germination. When it drops off, okay, there will be, in fact, there will be less weight. So it cannot be 3, it cannot be 2. Let's take a look at 4, germinating of seed, mixed food using sunlight. This is totally irrelevant, okay? Germination don't need sunlight, so got nothing to do with adding on to the weight or the mass of the seed, okay? It is water that has gone into the seed that has increased the mass of the seed over here, right? Hope you find this interesting. Let's carry on. Okay, we have to look at this picture here and answer the 2 questions. Okay, this is very straightforward. Okay, it will start from B, come with this smaller part, and the later on the leaves will really come out. Okay, so it's B, D, C, A. It will end with A, right? However, this is often jumbled up. So just remember, is B got to be 1, okay? So this is 1, 2, this is 3, and this is 4, okay? So B, D, A, C. B, A is wrong, B, C is wrong, B, D, A, C. This is the answer, okay? Not this. This B, D, C, A, right? The other way around. So this is the answer. Next. Okay, something to do with test again. With water, without water, cover with a layer of oil to prevent the water from evaporating. But this water is already so much, okay? It covers the whole seed. Watch out, okay? Usually in this case, it will drown the seed, okay? Why? Because probably the oxygen, the seed may not take oxygen from water directly, may not be able to, probably from the air. And this is the very usual way we plant the seed, okay? We get the seed germinated, is to get in contact with water, right? This is good enough. Wet cotton wool, it means that it has water here, and the water, the seed can absorb the water, explode, right, and be able to grow the roots and the shoots. Okay, over here, totally probably the air, all right, is in water form, right, but not, right, as air, as oxygen. Okay, let's take a look here, right? This experiment is conducted. Now, they're placed next to the window. Find locations the same, both. After 2 days, yes, find the timing after 2 days. The seed in container A germinated, but the seed in container B did not. So this one correct, it germinated. This one was left like this. Okay, as good as cooking the seed. I am not very sure why. Now, based on this experiment, which of the following caused the seed in container A to germinate, but not the seed in container B? Okay, so what is present, okay, that this container A has and this unable to have? All right, very obviously, as I just said, nothing to do with light. Both are exposed to light. Water, both are exposed to water, and in fact this has too much of water. And temperature, both are in the same location. Probably this is slightly cooler because of water, but same location, temperatures are the same. So the presence of air as a cell in the state of air form, but not inside liquid, okay? Air is needed, right? That is the difference. Okay, this one does not allow the air from the air outside to get into the seed. Next, Hang Xiang, okay, planted some green bean seeds on the glass beaker. Now when you see glass beaker, okay, with wet cotton wool, fine, and recorded the growth of the seed in the table below. Okay, glass beaker means it allows light to pass through. Okay, and wet cotton wool, yes, it has water. Then recorded the height. Wow, over here after many days, no growth, no growth. Okay, why? Which of the following could likely be the place, okay, where it has placed, okay, the beaker or of the seed, the beaker of seed. Where do you think it has placed this? Okay, the seed are alive, real seed, water, and probably the glass is placed there to allow light. Okay, now something must have happened. All right, is it on a table? On a stable, right temperature, it should grow. Refrigerator, okay. Very likely it will be stunted. All right, very slow growth. Okay, and in the dark cupboard, yes, definitely it will grow because the seed can even germinate without light. Okay, and 1, 3, and 4, all the seed will germinate. So the best choice is in the refrigerator, where the growth is being delayed, definitely being delayed because the temperature is just too cold. Right, just too cold. In fact, it stops the activity for the seed to germinate. Right, so the answer is 2. Right, next, 28. On this graph, which of the following bar graph shows the number of leaves appearing as the young plant grows? Number of leaves appearing as the number of days go by should be more. All right, it shouldn't be less. Wow, a bit here possible, right? But in a natural form, it should be more, right? Not halfway through somebody plucked the leaves. Okay, and this one, number of leaves still the same. Okay, obviously, nothing else. This is the one. Number 1 is the choice. Okay, small plant, lesser leaves, fewer amount of leaves, and the bigger the plant is, okay, adult plants, they have more leaves, okay, needed, okay, to produce more food for the bigger plant. Next, 29. Yu Jung wanted to carry out an experiment to find out if the balsam plant, okay, a plant, remember, a balsam plant is a flowering plant, whether it grows better when they grow in clay or in mud. It means, okay, put in mud or in clay. Now I'm not very sure what it means, okay, but I know that clay, both mud, possible, it can possibly grow. Okay, both are wet and wet kind of. They're not soil actually, but mud is more of soil with a lot of water. Clay is more of stone. Okay, more molten stone. It means stone which are very just like plasticine, all right, with a lot of water content inside. Now, which variable should she change? Wow. Type of soil, size of plant. No, size of plant should be the same. Place where they are kept. No, must be the same. Amount of water given to the plants daily. Wow. Okay, let me think first. Now this is very, very interesting. At this moment, probably the last 2 questions, I'd like you to find out the answers yourself and get some sort of thinking behind. Okay, what is exactly missing in these questions, please? Okay, check it out yourself. We'll talk about it when we come back. And for last one, 30, number 30, let's take a look. Okay, George plays the plant. Okay, Josh plays the plant in a glass, all right, dry soil pot. Okay, glass pot filled with dry soil and with some damp cotton wool. Damp means what? okay, the wetness is here, okay, and you take a look at this picture. Be very alert. The roots are going towards the water. All right, if the piece of cotton wool is placed over here, then very likely, all right, the picture will be drawn this way. All right, the roots will be growing towards the cotton wool. Now let's take a look. Then he left the plants to grow. Over a period of time, he realized the roots towards the cotton wool. Which of the following concluded about the plant? Something to do with water, right? The plant needs sunlight to grow. Nothing to do with that. Plants grow well in dry soil. Nope. Plants needs grow towards water. That is the answer. The leaves needs water to grow. Not the leaves, but the roots heads towards the water source. Okay, this is the answer. Alright, I've finished for now. Any other thing we will probably discuss in class, just show me. Okay, thank you.